Have you ever found yourself saying, "I have no choice. I just have to accept it"? Hi, my friend. I'm Wendy, and this is the Heal and Grow podcast, a gentle space where we learn to live with more softness and love ourselves a little more each and every day. This episode is part of a quiet nightly series I've created just for you, a peaceful corner where your heart can rest, your thoughts can breathe, and you can remember what it feels like to come home to yourself again. Each night, as you listen, you'll receive small drops of wisdom, stories, reflections, and gentle tools to guide you back to your inner light, so you can live softly, freely, and in harmony with the calmest version of you. Tonight, I want to talk to you about something very small, but powerful enough to change the way you see your entire life. It's the quiet art of acceptance, and why acceptance is not the same as giving up. Many people think that acceptance means giving up, that it means you've stopped trying, that you've lost, or that you no longer care. But the truth is, acceptance is one of the bravest acts a mature and awakened soul can ever do. Surrender is when you force yourself to endure, to hold everything in, to stay silent even when it hurts, until you begin to feel like a victim of your own life. It's when you tell yourself, "I have no other choice." But acceptance is when you have the courage to look at what has happened and gently say, "Yes, this has happened, and I no longer want it to control how I feel." Acceptance doesn't make you weak. It's the exact opposite. It's a sign of awakening, of strength, of deep self-awareness. Because when you accept, you stop letting your emotions control you, and you become the one in control of your emotions. When you accept, you stop fighting reality and begin to work with it, to find new directions for your growth. Acceptance gives you the strength to step out of the endless spiral of questions. Why did this happen? What if I had done something different? Maybe I should have tried harder. Those thoughts only weigh your heart down. The weak try to run away from their pain, but the strong, they look straight at it, they understand it, and then they let it go. And in that quiet moment, when you finally release what you cannot change, you'll discover something gentle, something peaceful, something true. Peace is the real strength. When something has already happened, the only thing we can do is accept it. There are moments in life when no matter how much we wish or pray, we simply cannot change what has already happened. A word that has been spoken, a person who has left, an opportunity that has passed us by. When we fight against what's already happened, we only end up exhausting ourselves, draining our energy, and losing the peace that's still within us. Acceptance doesn't mean that you agree with what happened, or that you like it. It simply means that you choose not to let it destroy your inner peace. Because sometimes you cannot control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond to it. And that, right there, is where true freedom begins. Acceptance begins with observation. You simply notice what you feel: sadness, anger, disappointment, and gently tell yourself, "Yes, this is what I'm feeling right now." No need to analyze it. No need to force yourself to be positive. Just notice it. It's like sitting by a quiet river, watching the waves of emotion pass by, and remembering you are not the waves. You are the one sitting on the shore, watching them come and go. When you learn to observe from that still space, you no longer get carried away. You're no longer a victim of your emotions. You are the witness, the one who sees, who understands, and then gently lets go. Let's say someone says something hurtful to you. You have two choices. The first, you can get pulled into it, argue, defend yourself, and let that anger control your whole day. Or you can simply acknowledge that it happened. You can recognize that you can't change what they said, but you can choose not to carry it with you. Acceptance doesn't mean you agree with them. It simply means you choose peace over victory. Now imagine you've just lost an important job. It's never easy. It can leave you feeling disappointed, anxious, and even lost for a while. But acceptance here doesn't mean giving up. It means looking at the truth and saying, yes, this has happened. I'm no longer in that position. That's the first step. To stop resisting what's already done, and to save your energy for what truly matters next. Acceptance helps you separate your worth from your work, because you are not your job. You are the person who has learned, who has tried, and who still has the power to create something new. So, allow yourself to feel sad. Allow yourself to rest for a while. And then, when you're ready, gently ask yourself, what have I learned from this journey? What do I truly want next? And this time, which path will lead me closer to happiness? Acceptance helps you rise again with a lighter heart, without dragging along the heavy questions of why or what if. Because sometimes when one door closes, it's just life's way of leading you toward a path that's more aligned with your soul. Usually when we hear someone say something to us, especially when they judge or criticize, our first reaction is to defend ourselves. We feel the need to explain, to prove that they're wrong, to show that we don't deserve to be treated that way. But if you pause, just for a moment, and watch your feelings like a quiet observer, you may realize something gentle but powerful, that what truly hurts is not their words, but the meaning your mind attaches to them. If you believe you're not good enough, even a small criticism can cut deep. But if you know your worth, those words become nothing more than sound. They come, they go, and you remain peaceful within yourself. We often have a habit of making things more complicated than they are. We replay moments in our heads again and again, asking, why did they say that? Was it my fault? Maybe I should have done something differently. But those endless loops don't bring clarity. They only bring exhaustion, because a restless mind can never find peace. So sometimes what you need isn't more understanding. It's simply to stop, take a deep breath, and whisper gently to yourself, enough. I don't need to understand anymore. I just need to be still. And in that quiet moment, when you no longer need to explain, no longer need to control, no longer need to react, you'll begin to feel something deeper rising inside you, a peaceful silence. That is acceptance. Not surrender, but a gentle return to your truest self, the place within you that no word, no judgment, and no noise can ever touch. It's not easy, you know. Acceptance isn't something you learn in a single night. It's a journey, a lesson life will keep bringing back to you again and again until your heart finally understands. When you first try to accept, it will feel uncomfortable. Your mind will want to fight, to explain, to be right, to be seen, to be understood. But with time, you'll begin to notice something softer. Each time you choose to accept, you grow a little stronger. You become steadier, lighter, and closer to yourself. If something is hurting you right now, I just want to leave you with this small reminder. What has passed? Let it pass. Not because you're weak, not because you've given up, but because you've learned that your peace is far more precious than proving what's right or wrong. When you choose acceptance, you're whispering to yourself, I am strong enough to no longer hold on. And maybe, acceptance is one of the deepest ways to love yourself, because you no longer keep hurting yourself with what's already gone. You choose instead to live fully in this moment, where you're still breathing, still healing, and still growing, one gentle day at a time. So tonight, as you close your eyes and rest your heart, remember this gentle truth. You don't have to fight every storm. You don't have to understand every story. You only need to come back to yourself. Because peace was never lost. It's always been there, waiting quietly beneath the noise, beneath the thoughts, beneath the ache. And every time you choose to pause, to breathe, to accept what is, you are coming home to that peace again. You're learning to live softly and to love yourself not through perfection, but through presence. Thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me tonight. If these words have touched your heart, I hope you'll share them with someone who might also need a little bit of peace. I'm Wendy, and this is the Heal and Grow podcast. I'll see you in the next episode, where we'll keep learning how to love ourselves more gently and more truthfully every single day.